as traumatized as me will.
Alright, so I've started the stream again. Let's see if it picks
So
up.
probably chain memories, the Pinocchio level. Okay.
Monstro?
There we go.
Are we back, guys? I believe we are.
Second.
There we go.
Hooray.
Part 2. Alright, so, sorry guys, the software I was using had a hiccup. Short version, I gotta give myself a brief break. He did his cannon move like 2-3 times, and yes, I got that much health left, so let's get this done. Yeah, he did that move.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
One shot Keyblade.
It's not fun.
He's not a very...
No, he's really not. Terranor is a pain.
Oh.
Let's dance, mate. Let's dance. Critical mode, you love your DMs. I know everyone loves their DMs in critical mode, but we are going to dance. Because there can only be one queen of this place. Breathe. Don't get cocky, don't get anxious.
Yes! That's kind of insane.
Whoa.
You okay?
I gotta defeat Guardian now. Come, Guardian.
Oh.
Oh, crud. I forgot about the Guardian.
Dang.
Okay, now that this is a little bit less of a okay, when you retry, it retries from this point, right?
I don't know.
Let's not test that theory.
As much as I would like theories, this is one I do not want to see.
I tested something the other day. So you know Twilight Thorn, how you have to do the reaction commands? It basically is a tutorial of reaction commands and all.
Uh-huh.
So what I discovered is that I decided to see what would happen if you did absolutely nothing during the entire fight, and the animations were very interesting. I was very surprised and impressed. Long story short, Roxas gets snacked around a lot. But since I was using my level 99, well, it's not level 99 yet.
Almost.
Dive into it. So I got to see all of the failures in the action.
I hate this moment. Thank you for playing KH1 before I did this fight because they love recycling animations.
But it's a pretty good callback. What is going on with my English? What's going on with my English? I don't even know what accent this is. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's working. It's not working. Oh well. I'm just gonna accept that my accent changes every 5 seconds.
Your accent changes every 5 or so minutes? Okay.
But the thing is that I have been not doing anything productive with my life. I have literally been watching live streams of people's. And the thing is half of the time I watch live streams, I'm watching someone who is from Britain, which has like a mixture of all. There's like a ton of different accents depending on where you live. And then also watching Americans, which Americans you don't really notice until like you notice a stronger accent.
I know when I
But
saw it
people's
sounded
accents are
like.
slightly different when. But like the variation is a little bit less in the States, at least from what I hear.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I listen to both of those a lot, like a lot. So I get those voices in my head, and my brain starts to pick up their mannerisms and speech patterns and all that stuff, and so it starts to mimic them. The problem is when you get an American and a British, and they're all different British Americans and all over the place. It gets to be something like this, and it's very stressful to try to speak normally.
It's telling you a hell of an identity issue if you don't learn your own language.
I really do. It's a constant problem. I constantly mimic things, and it's a very stressful situation whenever I start mimicking things. It happens
I honestly,
once.
I honestly don't see it as a problem. I honestly see it as a good thing.
Well, it's all fun and games until you start mimicking your teacher. Okay, I was in high school. They always make you learn a second language in high school, at least in my area. So I learned Spanish. Well, the thing is my Spanish teacher was a British woman, a British Jewish woman who learned her Spanish from Spain. So I've got the sort of, it's not necessarily a list, but I've got the Spanish list, which drives poor hero nuts when I try to speak Spanish.
Yeah, I don't speak of it.
Because he learned Spanish in the other way.
I learned the Spanish from the from the Latinos, okay? And the way they speak, it's not the same from the Spaniards, because the
No, I learned it, yeah. And so the first couple of weeks, I had to keep myself from picking up on her accent, and I was just like, no, you are not picking up on her accent. She's gonna think that you're making fun of her, but it's just.
Yeah, you don't want to be that person.
It also happened once when watching the movie The Help, which I don't think is, I don't know if it's an accurate representation of Southern accents, but I wasn't even trying when I accidentally slipped into it.
You'll say something. I have a Southern accent.
Like I say, my Southern is not exactly up to standard. In fact, it makes poor hero cringe every time.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that Southern accent of yours. I mean, it's just not as sweet as mine.
It's real funny because usually when they do the whole like Southern story, usually it's the girl who's the Southern Belle and the guy who's the hick. No, it's the girl who's the hick and the guy who's the Southern Belle here.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, it's just one of those things. I just don't know why you struggle with it. I was told when I first started doing my Southern accent, I sounded like a drunken hillbilly. And I've just been working on it, and that's not the case anymore. As I was doing that, as I killed Terra Nort.
For like 10 plus years. If you look back at the clip, Aqua's doing a front flip. She's like front flipping her way into killing him. She's like, bye, fool.
Woo!
I think it's time you say goodbye, mister.
Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Not you, hero.
Oh.
I meant Terranort. It's time Terranort say goodbye, because he's a real pain in the butt, if you ask me. I can't remember. Did we ever fight him in Rebind? Like, I was so hyped. I was so hyped to get the sweet revenge, and then I'm like, did we fight him? Did we fight him?
You fight him
One of these days.
in the data fights. All right, question,
Okay.
everyone.
But I meant like the storyline. I think we were like hyped up for getting that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get some sweet revenge out
I
of
was
this.
hyped up being.
Well,
I thought I was gonna be able to play as Lingering Will. I'm like, let's go.
I get to watch the getting sweet revenge out of this.
Okay, so question for everyone.
Yo, that would have been so cool.
I think due to me taking too long on Deep Space, it's probably in our best interest to finish up next week with the secret episode. And then once that's done, let's jump right into God of War. It's going to be one of those because it's the secret episode. I don't remember how long it takes. I know it doesn't take long. I mean, unless we want to plow through it and we finish it. And if we do that, let's take another 5. What are you guys up to and thought? Do we just want to plow through it and finish it? Because
like my thought standpoint is like it would probably be good for another episode.
I'm just asking you guys because.
Yeah. Well, then that way you can like rest a little bit. Like, oh wait, that's not what it is. Let me get this right. Oh my gosh, why is my brain? I was gonna ask why is my brain not working, and then I remembered it's running on 6 hours of sleep, maybe 7.
That's normal for me.
In that case, are you okay?
Me or her? I'm just asking because secret episode, if I remember correctly, it's legit. We explore the realm of darkness. I solve a few puzzles, fight some wave of enemies, and then I fight the boss, and that is like this awesome cutscene and we're done.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. I don't think it takes an hour.
I think it's really up to you if it's
I say
if it's gonna cut into your schedule, then
I say let's go for it. Let's go ahead, break for 5 guys,
Okay.
and then we'll be back.
yeah, we'll be back. cringing every time I make a terrible accent.
Alright, let's jump into the secret episode, guys.
Wee!
Whee!
We're just wheezing all over the place.
Sorry, I gotta skip these cutscenes so we can keep moving along, because if we watch all these cutscenes, we're gonna be here forever! Oh. We got a map of the Realm of Darkness. And I gotta change out. Yes. Sorry, Bright Crest. I have to wield Master Ericus' Keyblade. And there's no world map. I only got 350 money. I have no idea what I expect. Now, this was added in Final Mix, if I remember correctly. This secret episode didn't exist.
Yes. There was lots of patch. Everybody was using English patch.
So the only thing that makes this particular sequence long, which I'm going to change my deck here shortly. Yeah, I need to change up my deck because
Honestly.
Barrier Surge is not going to help me.
I know what you need. Magnet. Where'd all your magnets go, Hero?
I used them for other stuff.
Hero, you need magnet. Magnet is your friend.
I have one magnet, okay? One.
What did magnet ever do to you?
It's what it didn't do. I just hear the depression in Yellow's voice. It's like
chess tournament. And he's like, I went all in on you, don't let me down. And I guess he lost because he said I'm going to blow up the country again.
Again?
It makes no
Again.
Makes no sense out of context. Yes, again. Let me tell you something about the whole blowing up the country again. Some things can become very surreal. I think I mentioned this on a previous stream. How I was watching a stream, and meanwhile the capital was getting stormed. So two countries were having issues. Except one actually did get blown up.
Oh, did those then turn invisible?
The spooky, scary, dark ball thing.
Yeah.
I think so.
At least I'm level 29
That's
for this.
terrifying.
So there's that.
I think one of these days, if we're already recording, I'm just gonna make little tiny chibi sprites of us. Yeah, so far I think I could easily do one of Hero because actually seeing the way it looks like this Halloween picture.
I'm
Yeah,
just thinking
that's
back to
one
our
of-
first session, and I'm like, you know, everyone knows
Yeah.
everyone's race as characters except for mine. Which I think is great. So was I the only one that like submitted in of how my character looks? Out of curiosity.
No, you weren't the only one.
Okay.
As a thing we're kind of like giving away.
There we go. So the only thing that makes this part long is all these like cutscenes you can't skip as they put you into these arena fights.
That's true, yeah.
Enough!
I think I actually like the Ghost Drive because of the like you can see yourself in the past, kind of.
Yeah, have after images.
Yes.
I don't remember how I discovered the Naga shot, but it's one of my favorite spells. I just love the fact that it's like an AoE attack that hits twice, which I love. I just have to be mindful of these Neo Shadows because they will destroy me.
Yeah.
Oh, especially if you're playing Fragmentary Passage on crit, those guys are no joke. I just always love it whenever Stickman's like, so I'm going Glass Cannon Sora in Cage 1. What could possibly go wrong? Proceeds to show all his death sequences.
Oh my god.
What would we do without that man? Oh, did you hear about, I think Nenten got a new personal best? I don't know if he's current world leader in speedrunning, I think in Cage 1. Or someone else just recently got it. Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a leaderboard.
Oh yeah, for speedrunning there's always a leaderboard.
And
It probably
I'm
still
pretty sure
needs...
it's mainly because I'm not that big on dive into Cage 1 playthrough. Unlike y'all guys.
Well, Yellow's the one that introduced me to speedrunning. I'll sit and watch, but I'm like 1 or 2 speedruns, but I can't binge watch. And it's got to be a game that I'm interested in to like watch the speedrun because it's like so cool seeing how they do it differently. Like Breath of the Wild, you can complete in like 30 minutes, but it also depends on the category of the speedrun as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I actually will people speed on that.
Now, one game I thought, I was like, yeah, let me speedrun it, was the Final Fantasy VII Remake. That speedrun, I think, sits around 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours, depending if you're going glitchless or with glitches.
I'll have to double check. Which difficulty? Because the beginner for PS4 is 2 hours and 8 minutes and 52 seconds.
Dang.
I don't remember. I just
These
saw.
used to be 3 hours. These runs used to be 3 hours. It's insanity. How are they doing this?
So the cool thing that someone pointed out, the biggest difference between a Final Fantasy game and a Kingdom Hearts game is that in Kingdom Hearts there's no ceiling to the skill because you can stumble across something that just like works. Meanwhile, Final Fantasy, you're stuck to how they have their system in place.
Yeah.
should be a
There aren't
PS5.
any runs for. I was gonna say there aren't any runs for Xbox on the for Cage, but there are.
Hmm.
And number 11 is 8 hours and 58 minutes.
Yeah. Dang.
It may not be as
It's kind of
popular on
like
Xbox.
a bit long.
Oh, 8 hours? Yeah, that's...
And the PS2 runs, they have a certain limit. Oh, someone dropped it down to 4 hours and 55 minutes on beginner mode for PS2.
What for PS3?
This is all on beginner. 2 hours and 44 minutes.
I kind of wish that they would make a remix for the Switch.
Ooh.
That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how well it would actually handle it.
You know, you got a point there.
Okay, I'm almost done with this.
Yeah, I'm actually am glad you decided to go through your plan and decided to, go for this. There's still some still alive. Okay, never mind.
Now when the circle disappears...
I do like the orbs that are in your magnet circle.
The nice thing though is, as far as 100% of this game, I don't think the final episode and secret episode are needed for Aqua's battle report. There we go. Now on to the Living Nightmare.
It can't be that bad.
Look at all these chickens!
It could be like Cage 3, like you have faced a tsunami of them.
Demon Tower? Demon Tower was introduced. Wow.
Yeah.
Demon Tower wasn't introduced until Fragmentary Passage.
I wish they jammed Fragmentary Passage into KH3 just to add more onto the Just imagine how that would have looked if they did that. It would have been insane. Also, we would have been playing as Aqua for the first 30 minutes or 4 hours. But apparently, adding that in would have been
So glad I have Magnet, because this would have been a pain another way. I've done it without Magnet, mind you.
Remember, kids, Magnet is your best friend in extreme crowd control.
Yes, because you can draw enemies either away or close to you.
Well, the way it works in Kingdom Hearts, they all come to you. And so between Magnet, Mind Square, Thunder, and Thundershot, and Ghost Drive, I was able to clear that no problem. Now comes the fun part.
I, yeah, yeah, but I like to say you could probably use a magnet to like draw them in, run away, heal, then come back and swing.
There's that, but since they're up there, they can't hurt you, so you can just stay right there and heal up until magnet wears out.
Point.
Alright, so time for me to be the guy that I am and just run into the boss fight with my current loadout.
Wee.
And I have to do this in one go because there's no checkpoints in this fight.
Oh.
No, no checkpoints.
Also, I now know we could see through his eyes. Is there any lore about this creature?
I think it's other than it's just something.
I don't really think so. Just kind of shows up, harasses you, and
It dips out, and this is the only time that you see him.
Well, honestly, I think this creature has to tie to someone. Because if we can see through the creature's eyes, that has to mean something.
that is true. That is true. Oh my gosh, I'm on lag central.
I'm good.
I am 4 minutes behind. Wow.
Well, it's a lot of dodging and swinging.
Yeah. Yeah, this fight's a pain in the butt sometimes.
Fortunately, this fight is moving pretty quickly.
Well, I actually kind of want to draw this creature.
The fancy boy.
Wait, that's a question. Have y'all guys tried speedrun through the whole entire
I've tried to
cage
do
thing?
KH1, but it's monster that keeps screwing me over. I get lost in there too easy. Oh yeah, part 3 of the fight.
Yep.
Very colorful.
Okay. Really speed, right? Did you just shot lock him and you're showing that just for color thing?
Yes.
Maybe.
You can't do that, dear.
Well, I tried anyways. Not a full shot luck, but I'll take that. This is where having a fire in Mine Square comes in handy.
Get on the Mine Square, sir.
Sir, do you have a moment to hear a message about our Mine Square?
Sir. Sir. Yes, the boss does have its own ghost drive. I might be lagging behind. What's the time of this one? I'm really tired.
Oh, wow. Fight's over. I'm low on
Yeah.
health, boss. Low on
Oh
health.
dang.
I had no idea how much further I had to go.
You'd be surprised how fast these
I
things can
I
go.
at that moment I honestly thought like, oh, we have to start over again. Dang.
Could it be?
But no, you actually did it. Dang.
Yep, and
Yeah.
I'm not skipping this cutscene because this was like really cool to watch.
Yeah. First time that ever happened when people saw that, they were like, yo!
I love how they basically just teased, like, yeah, here's a whole new game. They're gonna have to wait until 2.8.
Yep, it was prepping us for Fragmentary Passage and Dream Drop Distance. It was, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Birth by Sleep
Did you
Volume
see that with
2.
with the tree and Stora?
Yeah.
He did this in 15 hours.
In
15
50.
hours total.
Yes.
Cheers, mate.
15 hours in total between all 3 characters. Almost 16 hours. Level 35 for Aqua when I finished. And I think because I had everything awesome. There's this, I think very first time you clear, there is like this special movie that you can watch.
Yay!
Where everyone's like, Sora! It was really cool. But yeah,
Bless.
thanks everyone for joining in. Sorry about the first half, I didn't realize the volume was that loud, but thank you Biscuit for pointing that out so that you can actually listen and enjoy everything. But yes, this has been Birth by Sleep. Next week we're taking a break from Kingdom Hearts. We're going to be jumping into God of War. I do know that Ragnarok is coming sometime this year, maybe later this year, and so when that comes out, that will be one of the games that I'll be more than happy to jump in. And so just a little housekeeping right here. I'll do it again next week right before jumping to God of War. If you are aware of the story, please no spoilers for anyone. Just that way everyone who's first time experiencing it can enjoy the game. And if I need tips or help, I'll ask for it. Until then, just let me figure it out. I think that's the best way for all of us to enjoy the game together. Because it's no fun having a backseat driver. We've all been there. It's not fun. But thanks everyone once again for joining in. I'll get in contact with someone else later. But yes, be on the lookout for one of our new projects. We're hoping to have it weekly posted. If not, we'll get it posted when it gets posted. And yeah, this has been Hero Darkness. It's been Salty Chillers Entertainment Stream. And as always, guys, stay salty.
Bye.